Hello traders and welcome to Trading with Bill, Forex and Options. Traders, great to be with you on a Thursday, September 24th, 2014. A lot going on today. We are recording this about exactly 2 hours into the London session. So hopefully that'll give you an idea of what's going on and get ready for the New York session. All right, so let's get a move on. Remember, this is helping losing traders become winning traders, and we do that as a team. Me, you, and everybody else. Just keep helping each other, and we can all grow together. Let me introduce myself. My name is William Gilday, and yes, they do call me Bill. Traders, I started trading in 2006, 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic in the state of Florida. 9 days later, came to Thailand. Well, it's 8 years later, and I'm still here. So I guess I must like it. Yeah, the time zone is great, the people great, the weather's great, and I don't have to deal with those hurricanes in Florida. That's the best part about it. So I'm always looking at fundamentals and technicals. I'm a technical trader. I love charts. I love watching charts. I mean, you all know that because you see a lot of charts from when I do my presentations. And, you know, you need to know fundamentals. I pay a lot of money for a news feed called Trade the News. You go to there at tradethenews.com and check it out. Get a 7-day free trial. They don't even take a credit card. Just get a free trial and check it out. And yeah, it's pretty awesome news feed. I think it's pretty important that you have it because the guy talks. You always know when something's going on when all of a sudden the guy's voice goes like 10 octaves higher than it was when he was talking before. You got an idea that something's happening. And, you know, it saves you. It saves you losing pips, right? All right, let's get over to the risk disclaimer. This is legal stuff. Forex and options trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex and options markets. Please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. That is so important. If you lose a trade, traders, that should be like wiping dust off the top of your computer. It should really have no effect on you mentally or anything. Trade small, you know, and just keep that in your mind. You want to trade small. Okay? Always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. It's been a pretty decent trading week. Most of the Forex trades have been in a trend and basically have come out just because of data and has come back into it. Actually, I have a live trade that I put on. I know it's hard for you to believe, but yes, I actually got a snapshot of it finally. But don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to draw a like hell and just let it go. And basically, don't fiddle with the trade. It stops where it is, and if I lose that amount of pips, well, you know what? I'm going to lose it. But, you know, if it gets above a certain level, which I'm going to show in just a second here, I'll get out of the trade, that's all. That's the way I look at it. Okay, let's head on over to some charts. Folks, I got charts that are mixed up today, and I just had a hard time organizing these to get these in the right order. However, this is the Aussie dollar 1 hour chart, as you can see at the top of the chart. Yes, we have some new indicators on the chart, and it's really not that hard. Basically, we have Bollinger Bands. The center Bollinger Band is a 20 SMA, and of course, there's a 21 EMA in there. So those dotted lines are basically the 20 and 21 SMA and EMA. So we'll see them together. It's not a big deal. I cannot get rid of the center Bollinger Band on this platform. It drives me crazy. NinjaTrader allows me to get rid of that center Bollinger Band where I can basically say I don't want to see it. This will not let me do it, so I can't get rid of it. I apologize for that. Put some Ikimoku clouds on our charts, and we'll get into that later. The nice thing about trading Ikimoku is that their clouds and their projections are in advance. There's only one line, and that's this turquoise line down here. And this, I think, is 19 time periods back. Okay, that's the only one that is lagging. All the rest of the indicators are in. All the clouds are in the future. Okay, and we'll get into that as we go along. I'll teach a little about Ikimoku. It's not a big thing. It's just a guy. That's all it is. I was more involved about having these Bollinger Bands on my charts. Right, open Bollinger Bands are nice. Especially when we get into options, you'll see that also. So you can see I entered this trade here We're just, I don't know, I think we're 3 pips in profit here. You can see the green arrow. You can see where I entered it at, the started line right here. Is where I entered it at. And, you know, I want to take profit just above the 6,900 area. And I'll watch this go down. It's still early in my trading day, so I got plenty of hours to watch this. If this comes back up and gets above this now resistance line and closes above it, I'll just get out of the trade. I'm not going to wait for it to come up to this red dotted line, which is my stop, to get me out. I mean, if this comes back up and, you know, there's no reason for me to get whacked, right? I don't mind taking the loss, but no sense in taking all the loss. If this closes above this line, I'll get out of the trade. All right. I'll probably get criticized for that because a lot of people say let the stop take you out. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Here's the Euro 60-minute chart. And I wanted to show you this because I want to show you something that was real important here. And I did not take this trade. And, you know, always in hindsight, I should have. You can see I actually put an arrow on the chart. I'm getting kind of a little crazy with my pictures now. But anyhow, you can see price came up. And it came up to this 50% Fibonacci, which is the yellow line here on this 1 hour chart, and the top of the cloud. And it was rejected, folks. It was rejected. This turned it into a red candle. And I should have taken this trade, and I didn't. I should have taken it right where it is. Right when I took this slide, I should have taken this trade. Well, what happened was this ended up coming back to the 618 fib, which is this next yellow line, and it's fighting here. But that was 20 pips. So I could have made like probably 19 or 18 pips here in like 30 minutes. That's all this took. And I could have been out of this thing with some profit. And I didn't take the trade. Oh, well, what are you going to do? You know, it is what it is. But you learn from it. You know, I mean, this was good. You know, we had a support line here. We had a fib there, right? We had a 50% fib. You know, what more do you need? And it's 1,200 price level, very close to the 1,200 price level. So we should have taken this down. We didn't, you know, but next time. Or I'm going to wait for it to get down here to this 1,100, and we're going to pop this to the upside. I might put a pending order in to get this to come back up to the top here. Like at 1120 or 1115, take this back up. Because this is going to come back down here, folks. Guarantee this is coming back down. There's no doubt about that. They expect this to go down to 1.10000 in due time. So the euro is bearish, so just keep that in mind. All right, let's go to an options chart. And there's some changes on my options chart. One, I took the MACD off the indicators, but I'm more interested in the DNA. I'm going to change the colors on these DNA. I don't like these colors. But so what we have here is the DNA is to the upside. We have an up move on stochastics, but now it's going back down. This is the spiders, right? This is the ETF of the Russell the S&P 500. And, you know, this has come back down here. We have a down arrow. And, you know, these personal pivots, I got to tell you, they're pretty damn accurate. I mean, you know, this is 1, 2, weekend, 4, 5, 6 days. And this personal pivot is said to go down. And I got to tell you, folks, it hasn't lied yet. Curious to see what happens here at this 191.59. You know, I like Bollinger Bands. You know, I don't. Well, if I got close to this Bollinger Band, I get a little nervous because I would expect we're going to get a bounce there. This is a daily chart. These price levels count, right? So we'll just definitely keep an eye on that. All right, what's coming up next? Okay, we got the dollar index. This is our dollar index chart here. Just want to show you that the dollar is back up at 96.29 when I took this slide about a half hour ago. About 2.5 hours into the London Open, and I put some indicators on here. One is the Bollinger Bands, and I have parabolic ZARs here, showing that this wants to continue to the upside. This dotted gray line here, these dots, these gray dots, remember this is a 20 SMA, which is a center Bollinger Band. The center Bollinger Band. Now, I think on this platform I can get rid of it. I just got to figure out how to do it. But I'm pretty sure I can get rid of that center Bollinger Band on that one. All right, let's go back to, let's take a look at the euro again. Here's our euro chart. Look at this. This has come all the way back down now. And it's bouncing here. So what you're seeing here is this is where you would have exited this trade. Why? Well, you got a 50 exponential moving average right here, and you got a 20 and SMA and a 21 EMA right there, with a 50 EMA right there on an hourly chart. Yeah, I'd be getting out of here, right? So you made 25 pips if you got in exactly where where you wanted to get in or whatever. However, I didn't, so it is what it is. But I'm just showing you that this stuff works, right? These support and resistance stuff works, and just keep that in mind. I do expect this to continue the downside, though. I have no question about that. All right, let's go to the next one. And I forgot to mark what chart this is. This looks like the dollar index. Dollar index 96.28, right? Here's our parabolic czar saying it's going to go up. As same thing, same chart. Sorry, I put it on there twice. I want to go back to the euro, and what I did was I took a 4-hour shot. This is a 4-hour shot of a euro on a naked chart. And, this shows you on a 4-hour chart all this weakness, right? I'd love for this to get below this low here, which is pretty close to like 1175 area, and just down this thing. And let it head all the way back down to this 1089 area. There is some support at 1100, which is probably going to get a whipsaw there. I did mark that it is support. But if you look left of the chart, this is also support over here at 1014 on this chart. But this doesn't look like it's going to do anything. This is below the 0 line on the RSI. Remember, I only use RSI when it's in conjunction with a 240 chart or a daily chart. Okay? Okay. I got another Forex chart here. Gosh darn it, I didn't mark it. What do we got here? What is this? Apple. This is Apple, okay? This is our Apple trade. Remember now, we need to stay above 112, folks, by Friday's expiration to take our profit, right? Remember, yesterday we were down $51, okay? So this ended, remember, day before yesterday on a doji. Yesterday ended with an upbeat where you ended at 114.32. Very nice. I'm liking that. Got a little bit of movement up to the upside. I like what I'm seeing with the parabolic czars. I like the Bollinger Band to the upside. If this got close to 115.50 or whatever, trust me, I'd be out of this trade because I don't want to get bounced in here and at the end of a New York session when I'm sleeping, right? So if this comes up close to here, probably bail out of it. But my gut feeling is, if you take a look at the DNA, the market DNA down here on the bottom of the chart, look at how this is supposed to be blue, but it's a green and green line, is pointing to the upside. So I am looking for this to continue today to the upside, and we want to get this up. I'd like to be above 115. 115.5 would be great if we can get up there by tomorrow. So today's going to be a pretty important day as we get New York going today, just to see where we're at and what's going to happen here. I can't believe how quick time goes when you're doing these videos. Only the other thing I wanted to show you was our price chart. And what we have here is, this is our Apple trade. Remember, this is live money. This is not a demo anymore. So we're doing live. In fact, I didn't even put on our demo accounts, and now they're doing. I won't do that till we end on Friday and see how we did. So yesterday, we did really well because remember, this is a vertical spread, right? So each side's making money here. So we did $45 on the buy, right, for insurance. However, we did $67.50 on the sell, and that's the most important part, is the sell, right? We're selling a vertical spread. So we want the $67.50. That's where we're going to make our money. And so we're up $22.50 on this. Now, if we make another $22.50 on this, That's going to put us at about $45. Well, if we get to $45, folks, remember, my max profit on this is going to be $78. So, unfortunately, Friday is going to be a really touchy day for me because I'm going to have to evaluate whether I want to sleep on Friday's New York session. Right? I'm already up to about noon time, which is 11 p.m. Thailand time the next day, or that night. And it's noontime Friday afternoon when I go to sleep. And that means that the whole afternoon of the New York session, I'm not seeing what's going on with this pair. So it's going to be pretty dangerous. I hope I wake up in the morning and this thing is going another $30. And it's at $50, and you know what? We'll just get out of it. We'll just absolutely get out of it. And we'll take our money and run. You know, making $50 on a, on a margin that's only $600, right? So what is that? So 10% of 600 would be $60. So, we're making like 8% on this if we can get to $50 on this trade in 4 days. Not bad, right? Not bad. No bank's giving you 8% on your money, that's for sure. So, of course, I'd love to get as close to the $70 issue as, that'd be great. Yesterday actually made a total. Remember, we were, it made a total of 72 yesterday it actually made. Remember, we would have lost yesterday. We were negative, if you remember, $51. So we've made that all up, plus still got a $67.50 profit. So this really made a nice move for us. So we're hoping that this does this again today. And if we get up tomorrow and we see that this is at $60 or $65, trust me, folks, New York comes, I'm out of there. Because I don't want to sleep on what if the market takes a dump, right? So that's how we're going to manage this trade. This is a weekly option. We're only in here for 4 days. You can see days left. I took this today. We have 1 day left, and that's Friday. Okay, they don't count today, I guess, but there's 1 day left on this. And it could be because I'm actually in Thursday, and you all are coming into Friday morning. I'm not Thursday morning, and I'm into Thursday afternoon. It's already 16:10 hours on time. Traders, thanks so much for being with me. I appreciate you. Please come visit me at tradingwithbill.com. You can watch current videos and past videos always on the video channel. That's up in the right-hand corner of the website. And you can always follow me on Twitter at WKG1960. Traders, have a great trading day. Enjoy the New York session and the rest of London. And always remember to trade smart. We do have data in New York. Be alert to that. Traders, have a great trading day. Talk to you tomorrow, my friends. Have a good one. Bye-bye.